Hello, my name is William James. I'm the host of the Bald Book Geek. Let's take a look at Witcher Season 2. Before we get going, here's a word from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by Mountaineer Brand for all your bearded shaving and body washing and manly needs. Discount code down below. They're an all-natural company. Links and info, as I said, below. Really great products, and I use them daily, so link down below. Let's talk about The Witcher Season 2. So, it's a Netflix original series, and it follows on from the Season 1 and pretty much continues those events. First, I'm going to give you my positives here. I think it doesn't need, because of needing less focus on character building, it's focusing on the world building. And the way that it's dealing with it is more in keeping with the last few episodes of Season 1. It keeps things centered on the characters, but the sense of scale is much bigger. The world feels bigger, the characters feel bigger, and it just works in that sense. It just feels a much more expansive world. And I think it also... Season 2 is setting into the stride, and it has a better sense of what works. And it's disregarded what didn't work so much in Season 1. Although there are still occasional unannounced random time jumps or surprise character introductions. But it actually works better this time. And I think it just flows better than Season 1 as well. I think Henry Cavill should write this show at this point, though. I do feel like they should do more with him. And this is where my criticism comes in, that Season 2 is underusing its cast. There is a phenomenal cast in this series, and I do feel like Henry Cavill at this point should just write the whole thing, because at least I feel like that would give him more to do. And it's interesting when you watch that through. I've made several videos on The Witcher, and I'm going to include this one in that playlist, because I think it will be an interesting one to go back if you want to see my opinions on the games, on many other things. And it's interesting how they're framing this series. I think the production values are much higher quality. They shot all of it in the UK, thanks to a certain virus I won't name. And it does show the disconnected shooting, because there were lots of breaks throughout shooting because of the unnamed virus. So that does show here and there, and I can criticise that, but I do feel like, at the end of the day, they had to stop filming. So there is a stop-start momentum to the series in places, but again, it's really, really good. The characters are well used, the acting is good, the writing is a bit weaker this time around. That's the thing that I will say that I noticed. The writing is definitely a bit softer this time, where in Season 1 the writing was much more in your face, and I do feel like this is a little bit neutered, but I think that's more to do with just, again, the stop-start momentum of filming, and I think that does show, and the production issues do show. I will give a random shout out to The Witcher Nightmare of the Wolf, which is a fantastic prequel which focuses on one of the mentors, Garrett's... I cannot speak today. Garrett of Rivia's mentor. And they're also working on a limited prequel series that will focus on the first Witcher, called Blood Origin, which I'm looking forward to. I think it will be... Michelle Yeoh is going to be in that, and I pretty much like her in everything, because she's Michelle Yeoh. But yeah, I think when it comes down to storytelling, when it comes down to structure, Season 2 is superior, but the writing does fall, and it does feel a bit softer here and there, and I think it was a little bit scared to take a few extra risks. I am looking forward to Season 3. I think the show has found its voice, and it'll be interesting what happens next. I love this series, I genuinely do, and I'm looking forward to so much more. While not as well written as Season 1, and a little bit softer than season 1 in places. The world building, more character development, but also the world building and just the scale of this feels bigger. So take that as you will. Fantastic series. I'm looking forward to more. Tell me what you think in the comments below.